Hey, I guess end stream, and we are live now. All right. Hopefully, you guys can see me. It is. Let me put my glasses on here. It is 5:20 p.m. Pacific time here in the North Pacific, and I don't know if anybody's out there right now. If you are, join in, and let's talk about palms and exotica. It's a beautiful day here on the Rock. We had some rain overnight, just about 9 millimeters of precipitation. And for those of you that don't know the metric, 25 millimeters is 1 inch of precipitation. Southern Ontario palms and tropicals, Banana Joe, what up? It's all good here, bro. It's a very, very palmy place. And humidity is a little high right now. It's 65%. And but very nice out, very pleasant temperatures. It's around just about 19 degrees Celsius. Alec, hey, right on. Southern Ontario palms and tropicals. My trackies from you are doing great. Right on. That's good to hear that. I just shipped. Where did I ship some to today? I'm always shipping seeds and palms off. Quebec. I shipped some off to Quebec today. Hey, Jack, how's it going? Hola, aloha. Weather follower, hi, sorry, I can't stay. I'm a bit busy today. That's okay. I'm busy too. Wendy's cooking up a storm in there. I got home from work at 3 and I did what I had to do. I have a routine. I actually have a strict routine, and Wendy knows that. So I get off work at 3. When I get home, I go immediately into the gym and I work out. After that, then I start to do my stuff. So I head into the garden. She thought a deer had knocked down the top rail, a couple rails of our snake rail fence, and got into the palm nursery. But actually, what it was, one of the eucalyptus trees was blowing a little bit in the wind, and it knocked the rails off. So I had to pound some steel in to hold those big rails up, and it crushed a few things when they fell. Alec just bought a big indoor white bird. Whoa, nice! Love the white birds of paradise. Martin, how's it going there, buddy? Good to see you in there. The white bird of paradise are just awesome. Strelitzia. We have a regular orange bird of paradise, and I've had it for a long time. An old friend gave it to me. She didn't want it in her living room anymore. It stays out most of the year, and then we put it in the basement through the colder months and bring it back out. But unfortunately, it's growing in partial shade, so it doesn't bloom for us anymore. You see everything okay there, folks? There's a woodpecker in the background there. Weather follower. Oh, have a good life. See you next time. Okay, see you later, weather follower. Have a good night. And yeah, we'll definitely see you next time. So for sure, it'll be the first Friday of every month. I will do it. But you know what I said to Wendy? It's so nice. I just feel like sitting out here and doing a live stream. Okay, who else is in there? We see a whole bunch of people out there, and that's a good thing. So that means people are tuned in. And like I say, it's just about dinner time here. It's 5:22 p.m. I'm Southern Ontario. I'm the proud owner of a 7-gallon Coco Thrynex. Oh, Granada Beauty Palm for Ontario. Rare up here, yeah. If you're going to grow that one outside, you better protect it very well. Box that son of a gun in and use a thermocube. You don't want that thing to freeze. That is a tropical palm. Jack, my Empress tree is full of blue. Oh, man. Paulownia tomentosa. I did have one and I cut it back. So when it comes up, it just produces big leaves on it. But there are some big ones on Salt Spring Island. The problem here if I put another one in our garden or if I let ours grow big, it's going to cast a lot of shade. So I have to really think about where I'm going to place that tree. Love Polonia tomentosa. Very tropical looking. Dylan. Hey, Dylan 6. Hey, Joe. Nice to see you from the windy city of Chicago. How's everything there? Martin, going good. Unfortunately, cold night temperatures a few days, strange weather here. Last night, the temperature here was down around 13 or 14. And right now, I think it's around 18.8 degrees Celsius, something like that. Alec, I need a Kencha for my collection. Alec, we have two Kenchas in one pot. I've had them since the 1990s. They're pretty slow growers and but they look beautiful. So bring them in during the coldest weather and put them out for the rest of the year. My father-in-law gave them to me. I think around 1997. They're absolutely beautiful. And matter of fact, they've stayed out 2 winters in the past. I had them up against the house, and they stayed out through the winter, the mild winters. I think the coldest temperature got down to about minus 1.7 or something Celsius. Darren, good day. How you doing, buddy? I see a lot of people in there. Okay, who else do we have in here? Let's just see. Winter metal. There's the metalhead. You have a Tetrapanax papyrifera. I planted steroidal giant, and either the rabbit ate it when it was still small. It was very small. Somebody Somebody sent me one. That's what it was, or gave me one, and it petered out. It's really dry where I had it, but it was either the dryness or got it, or the rabbit ate it. So I'm thinking the dryness got it, and probably not the rabbit because it is pretty well fenced back there. I would like to try another tetrapanics for sure. They're really tropical looking. Dylan 6, we just had an unseasonable freeze of 26, killed lots of buds. Oh no, on the trumpet vines. Campus radicans, large bald cypress. Everything is going up here in Chicago. Wow. Yeah, I know some places back east had some really cold temperatures. Our Taxodium distichum's got lots of leaves on it, needles. I guess you want to call them. I call it a deciduous conifer, and it looks really good. I wish I could show it to you. It's about maybe 250, 300 feet away from me here, but you can kind of see it in the distance growing in one of our ponds with a creek. Hey Joe, do you have tetra? No, I've answered that one already. I'm just looking at these as they scrolled. I'm scrolling down here. There's a lot of comments here. Are you selling any? No, I don't have any for sale, and I'm really worried about my cuttings. One sec. Hang on one sec. Okay, folks, I started a few cuttings, and there is my Schefflera toniana, looking kind of sad. I put it out in the sun, and the little leaves that were coming out of it fried off of it. So it's kind of a difficult one to find. I've never found it in a nursery. I was lucky enough to get a couple of, well, 3 cuttings, and well, let's just hope it makes it. And if it does, we'll put it in the garden. I don't actually know who sells those things around here. Probably have to go to the mainland to find them. Those are a nice Schefflera from high elevations of Taiwan. And there's another palm that grows up at high elevations of Taiwan that might work here too. So 26 degrees Dylan had there. Yeah, I know in Ontario it was cold too. And Montreal, people were posting pictures of snow. And I don't know, man. That's hard to believe. Snow in May. Like I say, the latest snowfall I've ever seen here on the Gulf Islands was April 8th. And I think that was 2008. And just a little bit, but it was enough for me to get some photos of the snow on the palms, and it was gone really quick. So it was a pretty late snowfall, but it didn't damage anything because it never fell below freezing. Yes, I so want one. Well, you know what, Jack? I really do. And there's another one called Delavii, and that's another one you should look at. That's another hardy Schefflera you should look into. It's got bigger leaves on it, and people grow them here. I know of one, a friend of mine growing one up, Van Isle Bamboo up in Black Creek grows one up near Courtney. Southern Ontario palms, tropicals. Oh, brutal cold here in Ontario, but yet last year was warmer, warmest on record. Really crazy. So we're seasonal here. We are seasonal, although it was above seasonal the last several days. We are up into the mid 70s, and it was fine. I don't like working in that weather, but when I'm off, not working, it's great. And it's a long weekend coming up this weekend. And you know what? I do see a mixed bag throughout the week. A little bit of rain, a little bit of sun, nice temperatures. I like the rain because it is very dry here. So when it rains, we don't have to water the garden, and it makes it really look jungly after a rain. It's just absolutely awesome. We have a Butilon blooming, coming into bloom right now, the flowering maple. I don't know if any of you guys grow a Butilon, pretty cool plant. Dylan 6, it was crazy how this happened out of the season. Lots of native trees, black leaves now. Ooh. Yeah, well, that does happen. Even the native trees, when they bud out and you get a late frost, it'll damage them. Ryan, so Delavia is hardier than Fatsia. I don't know if it's hardier than Fatsia, but I have a friend that grows it up in Black Creek, and that's about 100. That's over 100 miles north of here on the Big Island, and he's often posting pictures of it, and it looks pretty awesome. I don't know where he got it from. There's a nice Taiwaniana growing here on Salt Spring Island, about 700 feet above sea level, and it's been there more than 15 years, and it's never ever been damaged. And the garden's full of palm trees and exotica. It's amazing. It is hardier, Joe. It is hardier than Ryan. It is hardier than Fatsia japonica. I don't know if you can see our Fatsia trees from here. We have a lot of Fatsia in our garden. We have the variegated ones, and they never get damaged here. They never get cold enough here to bother them. Martin, you really should try to grow tetrapanics. I know they're not available in any of the nurseries here, so maybe I can get some seed online because I really love the looks of that plant, and it is fully hardy here. I don't even really know people that actually grow it here on our island. I've seen people posting pictures of it in some of the groups, and it's a really nice looking plant, nice big leaves. I like big leaves. I like the tropical look. Anything with big leaves on it is awesome, like Magnolia macrophylla. Love it, and it's coming. It's got leaves coming on it right now. Joe, you should do an update on the new vegetable. Oh, the garden's looking really good. Matter of fact, Wendy's heading down there right now to get some lettuce for the salad. Beets are growing good. I put a fig tree in there and actually got a sable minor palm growing on the outside of the garden. And she planted a fruit tree beside. So I will do an update on the vegetable garden. Everything's thriving. Potatoes are starting to poke through now. So it's good. Let's see. What else do we have here? I have a Freesia black locust, Dylan says, that is golden variety. Oh yeah, no, there's one of those growing in the park. I call that a sunburst honey locust. That's what I call that one. Really nice plant. Ryan, I have 3 tetrapanics, Ryan. Right on. Where'd you get them from? Did you grow them from seed or did you get them from a nursery? I don't know of any nurseries that sell that here. There's a nice nursery on the mainland called Cedar Rim Nursery, and they specialize in a really good exotica. So you can get jubaeas there, you can get sables there. Sometimes they bring in serenoa, just a really cool varieties, lots of butias and just really exotic stuff. So if you're looking for a Cheflera, they probably have it there. Portland Nursery, cool. Yeah, it's too bad I can't bring it up this way. I mean, I could with a phytosanitary once the borders open up again in another month. And well, if they do ship, I have brought palms up from the States, but they do need a phytosanitary certificate. And, and a lot of people want me to ship them palms with soil in them from here. And it's just like, it's not feasible. First of all, I'd have to take a ferry to get off the island, which is very expensive. And then I'd have to go to the plant inspection agency, whatever it is, agriculture or plant Canada inspection, and then and get a phyto certificate. And I think that's probably 25 or 30 bucks, something like that. Southern Ontario palms. Oh, can we ship bare root seedlings from Canada? I ship bare root seedlings all over the world, but the last time I tried shipping them to Florida, they took them away. So something about shipping palms into Florida, they don't want them anymore. And I've shipped a lot of palms to Florida, but the last batch, they wouldn't let them into Florida. It happened twice, so no more of my seedlings go to Florida. And I don't know about seeds. I haven't shipped any seeds there lately, but I have shipped a lot in the past. I've shipped to pretty much every 50 state in the U.S., and I've also shipped to about 25 countries worldwide, my palms. So the Salt Spring palm trees are pretty much everywhere there, folks. Let's just see. What else do we have here? We got a lot of people in there, and it's awesome to see you guys. And I hope you guys are having pretty decent weather now. I mean, long weekend, like I say, coming up, getting close to mid-May. And usually they say mid-May, this is the time you put your heat-loving vegetables in the garden. We planted our squash last week, and I think this week we'll probably plant some tomatoes and whatever. And we have some pot plants to stick in there too. I'm going to show you my pot plant, okay? Because you can grow pot here. It's legal. Stay tuned, folks. I don't know the name of it. Wendy grew these ones here, cannabis here, and it is legal. No, we don't smoke pot, but hey, pot is a very exotic plant, and it's an absolutely beautiful plant. And I do use it in my tea when I need to get some sleep. I put some leaves in there or a little bit of bud, and it makes me sleep really well. What's the strain is this one? Do you know? What strain is that? Wendy, you grew it.
This one's banana diesel.
Banana diesel?
One's pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade, banana diesel. I like that. It's got the word banana in it.
Hawaiian.
Brandon, Canmore, Alberta. Canmore. It snowed today in Alberta. Well, I'm guessing Canmore is probably zone 3. The only palms you're going to see in Alberta are probably in the West Edmonton Mall and maybe the pyramids, the conservatories in Edmonton. And I've been in those a couple of times, and I think there's some palm trees in there. Good for tea and it is absolutely, Alec. Yeah, no, this cannabis is actually a miracle plant. I absolutely love it, and I love the looks of it. I've been growing the stuff since I was 14 years old. Since my dad gave me a handful of seeds when I was 14, and he says, "Grow it, Joey, but don't smoke it." So anyway, we grow pot, and I love it. You're allowed to have 4 plants per household, so that's okay. Who else do we have? Southern Ontario palms. I sold a bunch of palms to Edmonton bare root. Sweet. Yeah, I've shipped a lot there too. I've shipped a lot of bare root palms and seeds to Edmonton, Calgary, and but they do need to be protected heavily, like boxed in with heat. Otherwise, it's I don't know. They're never going to make it in Edmonton or smoking. Well, when I was younger, I used to do some bad things, but I'm older now and wiser. So, and to look at the plant, I mean, you can pinch these things back. They get really nice, thick, and bushy. And I mean, overall, they're just a really nice companion plant. You can even stick them in your garden, grow them with some palm trees, right? just like a tomato. Palms and tropicals for indoor use. Yeah, okay, cool. Um, I think there is a guy, and he posts on in my group, people who love palm trees and exotic plants, and he lives in, I think he's in Edmonton or Fort Saskatchewan, and he does have a Trachycarpus fortunei outside in the garden. I'm pretty sure he does, but he gives it major protection and builds a structure around it and heats it. It'd be like me trying to grow a coconut palm here on Salt Spring Island. It ain't going to work. And matter of fact, even if I boxed it in, it probably still wouldn't work because they like a lot of sunshine. And in the winter months here, we lack the sunshine. We get a lot of overcast days and more rain in the winter months. So I'm not doing any more coconut palms. I'm done. I've done 4 over the years, and I'm finished with coconut palms. Martin, you should start a Tetrapanix nursery. They give lots of pups introduced to. Yeah, cool. So they do produce offsets. That's really interesting. Well, I'm gonna have to maybe check eBay tonight, maybe scoop some seeds because they're probably really easy to grow from seeds. I'll tell you what I have coming up right now in the greenhouse. I sowed a flat of eucalyptus of mixed ones, parvula, perniana, gunnii, and Dallerium pleana, and I can see some little ones coming up right now. I love growing eucalyptus from seed. Dylan, how about those murder hornets? Confirmed nest in Nanaimo, British Columbia. Yeah, Nanaimo's about 30 miles north of here, something like that, 35 miles north of here. None here, but I was in the bush today cutting up a tree that fell on someone's fence from one of our parks, and there was a bee's nest at the end of the tree. So that's why the guy I work with said, Joe, you want to cut that thing down? I'm not afraid of bees. So the minute I put the chainsaw into that tree, the tree was about this big. They started swarming, right? And I should have shot a video of that. I bucked off the end of it, and then I bucked off the rest to get it off the gate. So it was kind of hooked on their gate. So I grabbed it. I put the chainsaw far back because I had to do a bit of running. I grabbed the piece and I threw it in the bush, and they were just swarming. They were honeybees, it looked like. Alec, I can't stop buying them. Alec, my entire house is covered with indoor plants. Like a jungle. Well, that's good. I used to be like that too. When I used to live on the mainland south of Vancouver, I had lots of palm trees outside, but I had a lot of palms and exotics inside too. But now I don't. Maybe someone will donate a T-Rex. Jack, that would be awesome. Does anybody out there have a T-Rex, Tetrapanix papyrus, or steroidal giant? I could trade you. If somebody's got a snippet of one or one with roots that could do a bare root, I could send you some sable minor seedlings for it, or I could send you some sable brazoria seedlings. We could do a trade or something. Yeah, I have a lot of palms to trade. I could do Trachycarpus wagnerianus cross fortunei if you want some hybrids. I got lots of those. I just sowed 6,000 more seed in the prop house in March, so there's going to be lots coming up soon. Mule palm indoors. Wow, Dylan, cool. Cool. We got them in the garden. Hey, James, there's James Palms. How's it going in Ontario? Right on. We see lots of Ontario friends in there. That's good. Lots of palm nuts out there. Palmophiles. Yeah, that's good. You're good people. Palm nuts are good people. I know some people think we're crazy, don't they? Especially you guys in Ontario, when people drive by and they see palm trees in the yard, they think you're absolutely bonkers, right? Well, maybe you should, maybe they should pick up on your good taste and plant some in their yard. See, if I was James' neighbor in his neighborhood, I would be over there asking that dude questions, man. How come you're growing palm trees? How do you grow palm trees? I'd want some for my garden. I want to find out about it. So palm trees turn heads and they make people ask questions. Smart people ask questions. Great video, bro. Thanks, man. I like live streaming. It's lots of fun. Who else do we have in there? Yes, people think we're crazy. Yep, they sure do. And that's a good thing because if you just grew mugo pines and junipers, nobody's going to ask any questions. But you see the palm trees? You get somebody from far off lands that come here and they visit from a cold climate. They start asking questions. I had a group of people from Connecticut last year, from Hartford. They were cycling past our place. Actually, no, there was one guy. He stopped in. He thought they were staying at our B&B, a younger guy. He was probably about early 20s. And he says, and I says, can I help you? And I says, I think we're staying at your B&B. So his folks and his sister were way behind on their bikes and they caught up with him. And then they pulled in and I gave them a garden tour and they were the nicest people, but they're absolutely blown away when I toured them through the garden. And they had no idea that palm trees grew anywhere in Canada. And it was really nice of the lady. This past year is just Christmas time. She sent us a couple of shirts from the Terry Fox run in New York. And I guess a lot of you know who Terry Fox was. And yeah, it was really neat to meet these people. And yeah, they were kind of blown away when they found out palm trees grew this far north. James Palm, some people are asking me to help them get good. They should. Those are the smart people. You see, there's people out there that'll bump into a palm tree and don't even know they're bumping into a palm tree. But if you got any gardening smarts about you and you're driving through, a neighborhood and you see a palm tree where it shouldn't be, man, knock on the door and ask some questions. I was like that when I lived on the mainland. If I see a 20-foot palm tree in someone's yard, I like to ask them about that palm tree. How old is it? When did you plant it? Tell me about the palm tree. When I went to the Oregon coast taking pictures of big date palms, I'm asking a lot of questions. I want to find out about that stuff. Dylan, do you grow Rose of Sharon? Yes, we have a ton of them in the garden. A lot of Rose of Sharon. What else do we have in here? Southern Ontario. Yes, the wives. Yeah. Well, Wendy knows I'm crazy. That's for sure. Maybe that's why she married me. She likes crazy dudes. You know what I mean? I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, but we do grow pot, and I just grow a lot of palm trees. Right? Hey, Wendy, am I that crazy?
Yeah.
I'm crazy. Maybe a
You have
bit.
a glass of wine or a beer?
Yeah, I have a beer once in a while. Once in a while, I do. And Wendy enjoys her vino through the garden. Wendy likes to walk through the garden every day. And I say, aren't you getting sick of looking at this garden? She says, I will never get sick of looking at the garden. Wendy lives in the garden. She does. Like
All day.
first thing in the morning, she's been in this garden all day. Right now it is 5:41, and I'm up at about 5 a.m. So I get an early start. I get to work by 6:30, and Wendy gets up a little later. She gets up when the sun is warm. 7:30. The sun's not quite warm yet. But anyway, she's been in the garden all day working out here. Some people are asking me to good. That is awesome. Well, get them into growing palms, James. Uh, yeah, like I need a yard. These apartments are getting too small. Or I need a jungle. Well, you can have a balcony jungle, Alec. Martin, would Tetra Panic's pup survive send from the Netherlands? Yes. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. For sure. People have sent me palms and stuff and seedlings from all over the world. So absolutely, I've shipped so many seedlings and seeds to the Netherlands. It's not a problem. So if you send me some tetrapanics, I can send you some sable brazoria. How does that sound? If you need some sable brazoria seedlings, I can send you some, or I can send you some sable minor from Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Good ecotype. Southern Ontario palms, my palm room. Steam whistle, beer, steam whistle beers, Bob Marley and lots of heat. Jack, I'm with Wendy in the yard all day. Jack, you're a smart dude. And I know Jack's visited our garden before. And next time you're on this rock, come and visit us again. It's looking really jungly right now, especially when you get that rain. Yeah, it feels the garden is so much more fresh when you get a rain at night. So 9 millimeters of rain really perks stuff up because we were watering. James Palm, that's why I make my videos to help people and how to help them outside where they cannot grow palm. Good. And they need protection. Yeah, you got good videos and a great protection method too. And people can learn from that. Absolutely, that's the way to do it, man. And it's amazing what you can learn from YouTube, right? It's just everything is on YouTube now. What did we do before YouTube? I don't know what I did before YouTube or the internet. We used to have pen pals when we were kids. Now everything's on the internet. Martin, sounds cool. If I get a pup, I'll send it. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you can bare root it. So what you got to do, if you get a pup off of that tetrapanic, separate it, get some roots, wrap it up in a moist paper towel, and then wrap that up with some saran wrap and put elastic around it and put it in a bubble plastic mailer. And I'll send you some seedlings for it for sure. Yeah, for sure. This is great. I see somebody there with Arabic writing. Good, awesome. And whereabouts would you be? Are you in the Middle East somewhere? Ryan, I drink whiskey while water my plants. It's a good right on. Well, if you watch my latest videos last night, we went to Hal's Saloon just down the road. It's basically a 1 minute drive from here. And Hal's a banana nut and he grows palms and stuff. So Hal's in the movie business. So he got the saloon from a prop, but he does actually have a bar and everything. It's a private bar. So when I post pictures of bananas at Hal's Saloon, it's not a saloon that everybody can go to. It's just close friends. And we went there for some prime rib roast beef last night that he had in the smoker since 2 is just unbelievable. I got 2 agaves, GD Gardens. I got 2 agaves for $50 for my birthday today. Hey, happy birthday! 2 agaves. That is an awesome present. When you get exotic plants, that's awesome. Wendy usually buys me something like that for my birthday. Last year, I got 2 Camarops, and this year I just got a kick in the hiney. I don't know what I got for my birthday. We were supposed to go to Tofino, but with the COVID-19 thing, we canceled. We didn't want to do that. Do you grow birds of paradise? Yes, I do, Tyler. We have a big one in about a 20-gallon pot, and it's sitting down in the front garden. I've had it for many, many years, probably about 17 or 18 years. Alec, the apartment I'm about to move to will have a Zen garden courtyard. It's not finished. Zen garden is cool. I like Zenny things. And you'll have to post a picture of it. That sounds really cool. Jack, have you got canna orange? No, tropical. No, no, I don't. You know what? We don't have any canna lilies. It's kind of a tricky spot to grow canna lilies too because our garden up on top of this knoll is very rocky. So in order to grow cannas, we got to give them a lot of water and put in a lot of good soil with them. So I think if I was to grow cannas again, I've grown them in the past. The deer used to eat them a lot. And now Wendy and I have fenced everything. So maybe we should try some cannas again and some callas. And I had cannas in the ground for a long time. And I'll tell you what happened. I used to have a big clump of bananas by the front door. And beside those, I had a bunch of the red or kind of the ready leaf cannas. And the roots from the eucalyptus tree, there's a big eucalyptus tree, started taking over and things started to diminish in size and get stressed. Then the deer came in and ate the cannas, and I moved the bananas and the cannas petered out. So we'll have to try them again. Hello, palm tree dude. I got an Incente super bum to germinate. Cool. Well, I like Incente. There's one at actually Hal's Saloon. You've probably seen it in the video. Dylan 6, plant canna, muscifolia, giant canna. Yeah, my buddy has those ones growing by his sago palm near Vancouver. I don't know if you've seen the videos on the sago palm, but he's got giant cannas. They're like 10 feet tall. Put canna in the veggie garden. Yeah, Jack, that's probably a good idea because the soil is better down there. It's actually native soil, and that's where all the good soil is in the back 40 of our property. It's forest loam. Eric Thompson, Joe, how do I buy? Where did that go? It's going so fast. How do I buy me some tracky seeds from you? Yeah, just PM me on Facebook or bananajoe@telus.net. That's the email, and we can ship. We ship worldwide. We have lots of seeds in stock. Dylan 6, do you grow hadicium up there? Yep, there's lots of it in town. We don't grow any of it in our garden. That is hardy ginger. There's lots of it growing at Grace Point. There's the white one and the orange ones, Hadicium densiflorum. And then there's the other one too. I'm just Coccineum, I think it's called. Alec, are you familiar with the pines that grow coastal um, Virginia? Yeah, what do they call those things? People post pictures of those pines. Lollyball pine or something like that. We have shore pine that grows native here on our island, and they only grow up in the mountains. And we have one in our garden that somebody gave me as a little sapling 20 something years ago when I planted it. GD Gardens, have you ever tried a starfish cactus plant? We have cactus in the house. We have a lot of cactus outside. Not a starfish one, I don't think. Scotty's Joe's Palmcast sounds right. Scotty, hello, Scotty. How you doing, buddy? Okay, who else is in here? I'm looking. Palm tree dude, hello. Right, lob bolly, lob lolly. That's it, lob lolly. Long leaves. I'll tell you what we have, Ryan. We have a long needle Mexican pine, big needles on it. So I have one of those, and it does very well here. The long needle Mexican pine. Palm tree dude, I have a couple of native loblollies. I like the name in my garden. Yeah, and I like the long needle pines. We have mountain pine that I planted years ago. I had a ponderosa, but the highways guys, it was getting so big up into the wires, they cut it down. And I have another one out there too. I'm not sure the name of it. I planted it with a sapling. James Palms, my muscabage, are starting to grow good. Right on. Yeah, ours have some leaves on them now. I can't show you because there's timber bamboo in the way. But they're getting pretty big. I think the canes on them are about 9 feet, and then they got some leaves on them. And you saw the video I shot at my buddy's place at the saloon. Yeah, he gets a lot of heat there, so leaves coming on his nicely too. Alec, pines are amazing. Better. Yeah, no, I like them. I like anything that's evergreen. Basically, our garden is evergreen, and I do shy away from deciduous plants. Although Wendy has planted some Japanese maples, she loves Japanese maples. But most of the plants I put in are BLEs, broadleaf evergreens. I even do shy away from conifers, but long needle pines are beautiful. I like palmy things and things with big leaves and things that stay green year round. I like to look out in the wintertime and see green. I find if I look out at a lot of deciduous things, leaves in the winter, it makes me feel cold, and I don't like to feel cold. Evergreen is the way to go. Yeah, and our island, like I say, is more than 98% evergreen. You want to see what I'm looking at there? There's the forest right there. It looks the same year round. Okay, there. It's all conifers and broadleaf evergreen. See, there, arbutus still blooming beside me. That's a native BLE. We have some huge ones on our property. Lots in the front garden as well. Okay, who else do we have in here? Let's just see. I think my king palm tree do king palm. Arcanto Phoenix Cunninghamiana. I think my king palm's starting to get more established now. The newest leaf is right on. I tried one of those once, but it didn't like our climate. I also tried a big queen palm, and that didn't like our climate. It had about 6 feet of trunk on it. But the Syagris butea we have seems to like our climate. It's still growing. Um, yeah, there's a lot of good people in there and a lot of comments. I'm liking this winter metalhead I picked up an Insette from Home Depot for $23. And yeah, that's okay. Bring it in the winter time. The one at the saloon stayed out all winter time, but he did wrap it up, and it actually looks really good. It's got some leaves coming on it. It's got a really fat trunk. That's the thing with the Insette ventricosum. They get huge leaves. And when I lived on the mainland in Zone 8A, 8B, I had a big one in a pot, big trunk on it. And what I do every year is cut all the leaves off and then haul the pot in for the wintertime. But before I moved here, I planted it in the ground and I left it for the new owners. So I'm sure it was dead the first winter. But the year I stuck it in the ground, it got really big, massive leaves on it. And I didn't tell the owners to bring it in. So I'm sure it was toast first frost. Do you grow big leaf macrophylla? We absolutely do, Dylan. We have a big one in the courtyard garden by Gallery 59, and it gets beautiful big flowers on it. I also had magnolia. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It had really big leaves on it as well, but it actually dried out. It's growing below a grove, naturalized grove of bay trees. So I planted a bay tree there nearly 30 years ago, and there's a grove of them growing around. That's how dry and rocky it is. It was a bad spot for the magnolia. When I stopped watering it, that's when it declined. Um, let's just see. Brian Barr, I gave up on Insette. They get too big. Yeah, they do get too big. Unless you're going to protect them. I mean, you could probably put some Christmas lights or a heat cable and wrap them up. Let's just see. What else is going to Magnolia? No, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one, Ryan. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Oh, it drives me crazy. But it had really big leaves on it and beautiful white flowers, and it wasn't macrophylla. And macrophylla is actually native to the southeastern United States and parts of Mexico as well. Palm tree dude, have you ever tried Miami sable? A Miami sable palm. I forgot. No, I've never tried one of those. And I've been to Miami and I didn't bother collecting any seed there. I was there in February '96. I was admiring all the palm trees, but I didn't collect any seed. GD Gardens, do you have any mimosa? Yes, we have some small ones here, but I've grown a lot of them from seed, and there's some huge ones on our island. And the ones that I grew from seed a few decades ago are big. They're big mimosas. So you can see videos of them here. But the problem with mimosa here in our garden, they're going to shade out a lot of the stuff we have in here. So I do have two smaller ones, summer chocolate and just the green form planted off to the side, and they're not very big. They're just tiny. Have you ever, Martin Magnolia? No, it's not that one either, Ryan. I'm trying to think of it. Would you give me your tree fern? You should see it, man. It's beautiful. We have 11, 12. We have about 12 or 13 tree ferns in the garden. The other ones are smaller ones. Martin, I have a really young musabaju that has started to get yellow leaves, gets damaged. Do you think? Prove the soil. Oh yeah, they want rich soil. Sometimes the new leaves come out; they're going to be a little yellow, but heavy feeders. Pile the manure around it, mushroom manure, steer manure, chicken manure, and you can even feed it with Miracle Grow if you want. But heavy feeders, and they love organics, right? So I'm constantly putting grass clippings around mine and bags of manure and really deep, rich soil, and water them lots. They like lots of water. James, have you ever tried planting libas? Yes, I have. We have a small one in the front. They need a very sheltered location. I'll tell you what, James, I planted two in town and they were there for at least 10 years growing in front of one of the art galleries. And then they had to do some renos to the sidewalk up against the building. There was a sidewalk and a planter, and they were ripped out the planter. The planter was actually in the ground, and they extended the sidewalk, and they got rid of my palm trees. So they are hardy, and I've seen them in other private gardens here too. So put them in a really sheltered spot, preferably with an overhang. We grow sweet bay magnolia here. They are evergreen. Yeah, we grow grandiflora. They're all over the place here. Magnolia grandiflora are common here. And our B&B is actually called Magnolia Petal because we have a lot of magnolias here. We have, I think, probably about 4 or 5 evergreen ones here. One of them I grew from seed. It's actually getting pretty nice now. Sweet bag magnolias are nice. Banana fuel is good fertilizer. Cool. Let's see what else. Zach Invasion. There's Tennessee palms. I notice, Alec, I notice on Facebook group people in Dallas do way better with Washington palm than near coastal Virginia. 8A. Oh, yeah. Well, they get a lot of heat. Well, you get a lot of heat in Virginia too, but Dallas, there's some nice Washingtonias down there. I'm guessing they're probably filibusta and foliifera. Jack, yes, tell us about the chocolate vine. It's in bloom right now. 5-leaf akebia. I just took some pictures of it and posted a block of photos in People Who Love Palm Trees. And Wendy loves chocolate vine. She says we got to get another one. We have 2 of them, and we're going to get another chocolate vine. Okay, put that on your list, Wendy. Another chocolate vine for the garden. And they actually do produce an edible fruit, I believe, but ours hasn't yet. They're a common vine here and very hardy, and they are evergreen. So try chocolate vine, you guys. Thanks, Jack, for bringing that up. For banana cannas, cool. Ryan Bartall. Well, banana fuel. Yeah, I don't think we can get that here. Tennessee palms. I know Sempervivin. Sempervivin is a zone 3 plant. And oh, you're talking about the hens and chicks, right? I've seen them growing in Edmonton, believe it or not. They're super cold hardy. If you can grow them in Edmonton, you can grow them anywhere. That's pretty much subarctic there. Daver G, like the greens, but I'm a huge Japanese maple fan. Gunnerer Manikata, friend can only easily cover the bit. Well, you know what? Yeah, Wendy loves Japanese maples, don't you? Wendy has a ton of. She's got a ton of them in the garden. Yeah,
10.
probably about 10 Japanese maples Wendy planted. So you know what? Maybe you should do a video of Japanese maples in our garden. Yeah. So check out Wendy's YouTube channel sometime. Gulf Island Rock. Okay, put that on your list. Do a video of Japanese maples. She's got Acer macrophyllum, no macrophyllum, Acer palmatum dissectum, and then she's got the lace leaf one, Autopurpureum, and she's got the blood goods in there. She's got a whole bunch of different ones. How long have you been married? How long have we been married now? Be 4 years, November 30th. First time around, I was over 26 years, and she wasn't into palms, so I had to give her the boot. And then I got Wendy. I says, this chick likes palms. So
We've been together since 2012.
we've been together since 2012. We've been together for 8 years. And yeah, I've known her for over 8 years.
Married after we dated.
We got married. We actually got married. And the first time around, I got a Wahoo. I got married on a Wahoo.
We checked each other out for 2 years.
And then I said, that was the first question I asked her. I said, do you like palm trees? And she said, no, sorry, I'd have to move on to somebody else. Don't stake the neglected. We got neglected here. You know what? There's a huge grove of neglected near our town. The guy planted them as little seedlings. They're freaking huge now. Yeah, Martin, yeah, we got married on a tropical beach on Maui. Do you ever grow royal palms? No, Roystonia rogia. No, it's too tropical for us. And I've probably grown some from seed in the past, but they've petered out. But I shoot lots of videos of royal palms when I'm in Hawaii, but no royal palms here. I try to only grow palms that will make it outside in our garden. Some are going to need some help, and I put them in the tiki hut.
We have some palms, though. We pick seeds.
Yeah. Hawaii.
Oahu,
Yeah.
that are started.
They're in the greenhouse.
High now.
Yeah, I know.
And
well, we pick.
What kind?
Those are the blue ones. I shot a video of them the other day. If you've watched my video, so most of you say they're not Bismarckia nobilis. I'm trying to figure what they are. Wendy thinks they're Bismarck. They're not Bismarckia then.
We collected 3 or 4 different kinds of seeds.
Yeah. Don't stake neglect. Okay, I'm looking at this. I lived in Corpus Christi, Dylan, for a couple of months. Right on. Well, my son lived in Weslaco, Texas, for 6 months. He got married down there too. He married a Texan and brought the Texan back here. Now she's still up here. That was in 2012 he married her. In 2011 he married her. And unfortunately they're not married anymore, but they're still good friends. And she lives on the Big Island in Victoria. She was born and raised in Weslaco, Texas. Never been anywhere out of Texas before. And then she moved to Salt Spring Island and she lived here for several years. And now she's in Victoria. She's still there. Tennessee palms. I saw a $200 decent size sago completely infested. Oh yeah. Oh man, Dylan, you should see them in Hawaii. Some of them are really badly infested. It's terrible. Dylan 6, COVID-19 ruined our Maui trip for this year. Oh no. Well, we're booked. We're booked every year. So we head there November 11th and we're there. We come back mid December. So if there's no COVID-19 and it's safe to travel, we will be on Maui at the same condo we stay at in Kihei. Jack, My Camadoria microspade. No way. Sweet. Our microspade X is doing really good now. It was so dry, and I started pouring the H2O to it. And this one tall cane, the tallest cane I thought was dead, I was going to cut it, is actually sending out fronds, and all the other ones are sending out new fronds. So I'm quite happy with it. And Radicala seems to be bulletproof here. Anyway, sorry to hear that, Dylan. Maui trip ruined. Well, yeah, well, next year. There's always next year. Dylan. And okay. I don't know how long I'm going to stay here talking because I just saw Wendy eating something.
Smoked bacon from Hal.
Oh, yeah. Hal, our buddy Hal with the saloon, does a lot of smoke stuff. So she's eating a smoked bacon sandwich. So is dinner ready?
Yeah.
Dinner is ready. All right, guys. I guess I'm going to have to roll soon. Bummer. I'm having so much fun here, too. It's just sitting there getting cold. And if I leave it too long, Wendy's going to eat my sandwich, and I don't want that. I don't want Wendy to eat my sandwich. So put that on your list. Do a video for these guys of your maple tree collection. Okay. I can narrate it because I love to talk. You know that, right? So, and we'll go through the garden.
This weekend.
And we'll show you the maple trees. Wendy is a good woman. Yes, she is a good woman. She puts up with me. She has to be a good woman because she puts up with me. Do you grow Ravinia grass? No, I don't think we do. Hey, Jack, can you post a picture sometime of your Camadoria? I'd love to see that. Smoked bacon sandwich. Yeah, no, and it's homemade bacon too. Like it's all he buys the pork belly and he smokes it himself. So they're thick. It's Canadian back bacon. Let's just see. Japanese maples are pretty awesome. Even though I'm not into deciduous plants, I like them because Wendy likes them. And you know what? They are growing with palm trees. They're growing with butylon. Our butylon's starting to bloom right now. And it's growing with lots of other exotic plants. There's a pittosporum growing there, tall pittosporum in bloom too. James Palms, I had 2 trips ruined. I was in Florida. It's all happening. I know. It sucks, man. Oh, I know. Damn COVID-19, huh?
Hope he got his money back.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, they're starting to open things up now. I notice, they're starting to open things up here too. But it is still quiet in town. I'm worried about this weekend, though. I think it's going to be quite busy with the long weekend coming up. And I don't know about traveling right now. I think people should kind of hold back on it. Dooms Dave for some. I got them from him. Dooms Dave, the palm tree dude, Ryan. Oh. Well, sorry to hear that, James. Yeah, that's a drag when you have 2 trips ruined by COVID-19. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to be on a plane right now anyway with all that recirculated air. It kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Because some dude in 3 rows back is sneezing and hacking away. I think all that air is just kind of recirculated. So maybe wear a mask or something if you do end up on an airplane. I don't know. When are they opening up the borders? Is it going to be in another couple of weeks, in a month? I'm not really sure. Let's just see. Oh, palm tree dude, I see your talk. Yes, please, Japanese maples. Okay, Daver G. Wendy, Daver G wants to see the Japanese maple video. Gulf Island Rock is Wendy's channel. I don't know. She may even have a video on there as well of them from before. Ryan, let's just see. I'm reading fast. These things keep going up fast, the comments. So anyway, it's a very pleasant day here, folks. It's so comfortable sitting out here. There's no real chill to the air. There's not even a breeze right now. It's very calm, very, very calm. And it feels good, even though the humidity was around 63, 65%, something like that. And some more rain is in the forecast, and I hope we do get a lot more rain because it makes for happy garden and it makes for happy gardener too. So anyway there, folks, I am going to leave soon in about a minute or so, and I'm going to go get my smoked bacon sandwich before Wendy eats my sandwich. I will be very upset if she eats my sandwich. So anyway, thanks for joining in. And Martin, I ordered a loquat tree. Oh, I wish I could show you our loquat tree. We have a huge one right here. I can see it up on this. I'm on a 2nd-story sun deck, and I can see the top of the loquat tree. I planted it many years ago. They're beautiful, fully hardy. Joe, rain off and on in Portland. Yeah, it's great stuff. It's been really nice here today. It's been very dry. We had rain last night. That's where Wendy's from. Wendy's live in White Rock. Oh, and look at this sandwich she just brought me. And some strawberries. White Rock. And Burnaby's Casino. White Rock is another palm. Yep, lots of palms in White Rock. Well, that's my old stomping grounds, White Rock. And I know White Rock well. because when I got married the first time around, my reception was in White Rock at Elgin Hall at Crescent Beach, which isn't far from there. And I know where all the palms grow in White Rock. I remember when they were planting palms there back in the 1980s. There's some tall ones in White Rock, and they're still there now. White Rock actually gets colder in the winter too than Vancouver. Ciao for now, bud. Yeah, see you, Scotty from Tawasin. Yeah, take care, bud. And next time you're on Salt Spring, come and visit. Downtown Van, lots of palms in Burnaby, lots of palms in Vancouver. Yeah, later Tennessee palms. See you, Zach. I have a dozen Camadoria. Sweet. You got lots of Camadorias. That's good. Will do. Do I post it on? Yes, post them on Facebook, Jack, on people who love palm trees and exotic plants. Would eucalyptus, dollar and planta grow in Georgia? I don't know. I think it's too hot and humid for them there, but I would try them. They're 100 feet tall in our garden here, but we're not hot and humid. So, and you get a lot of heat there. So try one. You don't know until you try, man, and then get back on me, and maybe they'll work. But if not, try a more tropical one that'll take the heat and humidity. Okay, later, James. Take care. Have a nice dinner. Thanks, Martin. Take care to all you guys, GD Gardens. Take care. See y'all. Aloha. Cheers from Salt Spring. I want to say bye. Get over here. Come over here. Stick your kisser in here and say
Look
bye to everybody.
terrible.
Come on, doesn't matter. You look
I've
great.
been out working in the
Okay,
yard all day.
there's Wendy. All right. All right. See you guys later.
Bye.
There's
Aloha.
there's my Wendy right there. So she's gonna do a video of the
I'll
maples.
video you talking.
She's gonna do the video of
Joe's
me
really
talking.
good at talking.
Oh, I'm good at talking. It's hard to shut
This
me up.
is great for
See,
Joe.
see, when they bring me in to talk for the garden club, and they don't anymore because they can't shut me up. It's like an hour talk, and I keep on going, and the guy's like, "Time out, man! Get off stage!" Right? So anyway, dudes, catch you later. Bye, Wendy. Martin says bye.
Bye.
All right. Cheers and aloha from Salt Spring Island. Take care. Stay safe out there, and stay tuned for the next live stream and more vids from here. See you later, Dan the Clutch Man from sunny Surrey, British Columbia, and the Sunshine Coast. Yeah, Wendy's mom lives up at Secret Cove, and I know the Sunshine Coast well because my parents had a place on Roberts Creek. Spent a lot of time up there. Thanks, Martin. You're a good dude. You're all good people out there because you're palm nuts and you're Japanese maple nuts too. All right.
Camera.
There it is. You're blocking it. All right. See you guys later. Cheers. Ending the stream. All right. Bye now.